Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making 3 sheet pan meals with you. So if you've never made a sheet pan meal before, they're super easy and they're one of my favorite types of cooking because you just throw everything on a sheet pan together and then throw it into the oven. So today we've got chicken fajitas, Hawaiian chicken, and pesto, chicken, potatoes, and green beans. So let's get going. This is Hawaiian chicken on a sheet pan. So first we are going to start by dicing up our peppers. So I just have a red and orange pepper here and I've diced that up, as well as half of a red onion, and I'm dicing that up as well. Next, your chicken breast. You're going to take your chicken breast and cube it into little chunks. Then you're going to put the chicken into a bowl and combine it with the peppers and onions that you've just chopped up. Next, you'll add a half a cup of barbecue sauce. The recipe calls for Primal Kitchen barbecue sauce, so I'll link the recipe down below for you. And it does call for that kind, but that barbecue sauce is so expensive that I decided to make my own Hawaiian barbecue sauce. So I just took regular barbecue sauce from Aldi and I added a little pineapple juice to that to make it more Hawaiian. Next, I'm adding salt and pepper to the bowl. Then I'm going to give everything a good mix and put it on the sheet pan to put in the oven. You put this into the oven to bake for 20 minutes and then pull it out and add pineapple chunks to the pan. After you add the pineapple, you're going to put it back in the oven and let it cook for a few more minutes before you pull it out. After you take it out of the oven, you're going to add cilantro and sesame seeds to the top. I also added extra barbecue sauce on top. The recipe didn't call for this, but it needed more flavor in my opinion, so I added some barbecue sauce on top. If you make this, it's good and it smells amazing in the oven, but definitely plan to have some extra barbecue on hand for topping. Next, we're making chicken fajitas on the sheet pan. So first you want to dice up your peppers and onions. And then you want to chop up your chicken. So for fajitas, you can dice your chicken or however you like to have it in fajitas normally, but I cut our chicken into strips usually when we're making fajitas. So that's what I did here. After you've done that, you'll add it to the bowl along with all of your veggies. And then olive oil and spices. So this recipe calls for chili powder, garlic powder, salt, paprika, and cumin. I normally add all of this beforehand and let it marinate for a couple of hours in the kitchen, and that just really allows everything to soak in the flavors and make it better. So I didn't do that this day, and I could definitely tell a difference. So if you have time to let this marinate in the fridge for a couple of hours, definitely do that. I'm just putting everything on a sheet pan here. Honestly, this could have used a little bigger sheet pan because it's sort of tight on there, but that's fine. This one worked. I put it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes just until it's cooked, and then pull it out and you have fajitas. So I'll have this recipe linked down below for you. We love this, and this is one of the recipes we make on rotation. Next up, we are making a chicken pesto with potatoes and green beans on the side. So to start, you'll want to chop up your potatoes, and these need to be in pretty small pieces because you want them to cook evenly while they're in the oven with the chicken and the green beans. I just toss those with some olive oil and then this Kinder seasoning. We get this from Costco and it is so good. I don't know how they get a butter flavor into dry seasoning like this, but they do it for sure. It's so good. Pick some of this up the next time you see it. It's worth it. Give everything a good stir here, and then you want to put the potatoes on 1/3 of the sheet pan. So you're going to repeat the same steps with the green beans, add some olive oil, and then the same Kinder's Steakhouse seasoning. Mix those up as well, and then put them on another 1/3 of the sheet pan. So I put the potatoes and the green beans on the opposite ends of the sheet pan here. These green beans are fresh. We got them from Aldi, but I'm sure if all you had was like frozen, if you just thawed those first, they would be fine. So the chicken is the last step here, and you're going to use thin chicken breasts. So I've told you all before, I don't buy the chicken cutlets. I just cut my chicken breasts in half. It's much cheaper and super easy. So you're going to cut 2 chicken breasts like that and place those on the middle 1/3 of the pan. Then to make the sauce, you need 1/3 cup of mayonnaise and a packet of this Knorr creamy pesto sauce. So I'm mixing that together, and then I'm going to spoon that on top of the chicken and just spread it out evenly. The recipe called for a very specific, some other type of seasoning packet. I'll link it down below so you all can find it, but I could not find that seasoning packet, so I just used this one from Knorr instead, and it was really good. The mayonnaise combination with this seasoning packet was delicious. I cooked mine in the oven at 375 degrees for 25 minutes, and it came out perfectly. The chicken was just cooked, the potatoes were tender, and the green beans were well done. This was really good. I enjoyed the sauce a lot, so I'm sure I enjoyed it because it was mostly mayonnaise, but it was really delicious and it kept the chicken very moist. That's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I put out what's for dinner videos, grocery hauls, shop with me's, all that type of thing. So please consider subscribing. If you do, leave me a comment down below because I'd love to know where you're from and how you found the channel. Thanks so much. See you in the next one. Bye.